Hello. Can you hear me? Today, unfortunately, Eric can join us. He has some last-minute internet trouble, so I'm all by myself. Uh, so while we wait for the people to get here, maybe you can answer some questions in the chat. Talk to me, guys. I'm on the YouTube chat, listen to the comments. A lot of good mornings. Uh, just gonna give a few seconds for people to arrive, so we can kick it off. Hello, hello. Hey, Colin. Hey, Fabio. Hello, Gary. Good morning. Good morning. So another Monday, another February out here building. All right, so I'm a bit anxious. So let's. Oh, João, nice. Came to save me. Came to talk to me. Oh, just baited me. All right, so let's get to it. Maybe remember to like the video, share on Twitter, repost, so other people can see what we are up to, and let's do it. Just a quick announcement. I mean, it's been announced already, but a reminder. We're having the experiment week, the third edition of the experiment week, this time with Eigenlayer, the restaking protocol, a super cool project. It's going to start exactly a week from now, so that's super exciting. We announced it on Friday, if I'm not mistaken. You can find the announcements on our socials and so on. This is going to be the third editions. The first two editions were with the Cartesi rollups. They were so cool. A lot of cool apps, a lot of cool applications, and even some cool infrastructure. This time, we're gonna experiment with the Coprocessor, which is a different way to use the Cartesi machine. It's not rollups. It's a coprocessor using Eigenlayer's restaking platform. So that's super nice. It's a new thing. Many of our contributors have never played with it, so we're all gonna find out about it together. It's gonna be exciting. And if you go on our Discord, you can see that there are 3 new channels that were created in preparation for the experiment week. So there's a info and updates channel, so that's cool. There's the experiment week coprocessor, which is for like technical questions, support, and those debates. And there's a team formation one, which is for us to form teams, find partners to build with, share ideas, debate ideas, and so on. So get to it. The Devfolio submission application is already live. You can find information about it on the info and updates channel as well. And it's gonna be super cool. So let's get excited. Let's start to think about coprocessor use cases and how we can build cool things to show once again how powerful Cartesi is. All right, let me check the YouTube comments. Yes, good mornings. Okay, happy to know that you're happy. So let's kick it off. Another Cartesi ecosystem update call. and we'll start with marketing, the marketing highlights. The one and only Cynthia. Welcome, Cynthia. How are you doing?
Hi. Hi, everyone. Hi, Felipe. How are you doing?
Doing good. Doing good.
Well, I'm happy to be here once again and to walk you through some highlights from our marketing unit from last month. So, a lot of things are happening here on this screen. So, let me explain a bit what we are seeing through all these colorful pieces. So, on the right, we have our cute Professor Penguin. You might know it already, introducing our podcast page. So, we now have a dedicated special page for the podcast. Find it on our news sections, on our website. Of course, here the kudos is due to Dev Advocacy Unit for all the podcast curation, but on the level of distribution and creatives, we're also bringing our grain of sand, right? So I'd like you to invite everyone to visit this page, to follow the podcast on Spotify, and of course to keep supporting it. And then a big part of our efforts last month were focused on the experiment week, as Felipe said. We are excited for this event coming up. So we've been preparing various materials like visuals, teasers, a newsletter, press releases, briefs, and the content calendar for this week. And yeah, we want to provide more support and visibility. And we want to also give a shout out to our PR team that got us featured in various outlets. So you see here a snippet of Cointelegraph, Crypto Potato, Hacker Noon, Crypto Economy, Cryptonomist. We got over 10 earned media organic features for this news. And all these are listed on our news and media features on our website. So you find that on the community hub if you don't know where is it. And if you want to go give them a read, please go ahead. And of course, we are excited about this awareness that this news generated. And yeah, we can wait to see what everyone is building next week. Are you building, Felipe?
I am, but I'm also one of the judges, so I cannot submit whatever I'm building. But I have some cool ideas that I'm gonna try out. What about you? Are you gonna join a team? Are you gonna build?
I don't know yet. I think I'll cheer on everyone from the backstage because we have so many things on our hands. And speaking about next week, we are also ready with the AVS Wars. If you've seen this on socials, this is an event organized by the Rollup. And this gathers projects from Eigen Layer ecosystem who will be battling for top places. And right now, these days, there is a prediction market going on where everyone can place their bets. But then on February 10, the actual bracket tournaments where it kicks off. So we need everyone here to support Cartesi because winning, of course, will bring us great visibility. So we need to come together, everyone, contributors, grantees, communities. So to be ready to vote. And of course, there are some incentives as well. So the community should be motivated to participate. All voters will also get Eigen tokens. So yes, let's do it. Let's win this because last time we end up on the second place. So now we are aiming for the first one. So be ready to vote, everyone. Get some Ethereum on base on your wallet and let's do this. And
We
to
won
move
the first round, right?
the pre-qualification round, we were the second place. So
Oh,
very
nice,
decent.
nice.
And now the actual war are starting.
Let's get to war.
Yes. So next week, starting February 10, let's all gather forces to vote. And what else we have here? So part of some other admin tasks and ideating on our marketing strategy and some campaigns that we want to deploy this year. And also along with looking more into being data-driven for the year ahead, we've also been prepared other initiatives that we hope to be able to announce soon. And of course, preparing our Denver participation that this year will be in a smaller capacity, but mightier. And are you going, Felipe? Will you be there?
I think this time I won't. No,
Oh.
unfortunately.
Okay, we'll replace you with the little penguin mascots that will be again present there. So if you are in Denver, everyone, please keep tabs on our socials for our announcements to see where we'll have Cartesians. there on what events they will be joining. And for sure, we'll have our contributor Zach there, because we have February 27th. It's locked in for our Cartesi game night. So this hacker house that Zach organized. And I would like to invite everyone to swing by to get news on Fastlane, on World Tycoon, to see the games that are developed by with Cartesi, by his developer community, and to also get some cool swag, the souvenir from Denver. So keep an eye on our socials to catch up on the calendar for Ethereum Denver. Zach says he is so hyped. We are hyped
Yes.
as well. Zach, can't wait to see
Last
you.
last Hacker House was in Texas, right? I saw some pretty good results there and some awesome pictures as well. So I'm sure it's gonna be super fun again. Zach,
For
it's gonna
sure,
be
for
epic.
sure.
I'm sure it will.
For sure. We
Cool.
can wait to see content from the ground. And okay, I'm not gonna do it any longer here. And to wrap it up, I would like to call everyone to follow Cartesi on all our different platforms, to not underestimate the power of engagement, and to support and contribute in all our communities, Telegram, Discord, Reddit, likes and share on X, because we need to come together. We need to push stronger this year, and yeah, we are gonna make it.
Couldn't have said it better, Cynthia. People underestimate sometimes how much a like and a repost help, right? So share the content, help out. It makes a difference.
Absolutely, we're in this together, and we need to continue stronger. And that should be it. I will see you all guys next month, and thank you for having me.
Thank you, Cynthia.
Bye, Felipe.
Bye
Bye, bye.
bye. Marketing is always so full of announcements, huh? So many things at once. And by the way, I just wanted to mention that I built the 4IM. It's a great podcast, and I love the name. And let's go vote on the AVS Showdown. Follow us on Twitter and X, and to help out. All right. So what's coming up? As always, we'll have the grantees, ecosystem, and then core tech. Uh, the grantees updates. It's what's cooking on the app side. It's always raw builds, no curation, no filter. So we just invite people who are building on Cartesi up here. They share the news. So many cool projects coming up. A lot of cool builders with crazy ideas. It's actually my favorite part of the ecosystem recap. And we'll start with a regular that I know has some very cool updates this time as well. So BugBuster, what's cooking? Hello,
Hello,
Guilherme.
everyone.
Hello, Claudio.
Claudio, you're muted.
And now it's okay?
That's
Perfect.
okay.
Great. Hello, everybody. Today we are here with full power, me and Guilherme, to talk about some good news from BugBuster Workfront. Uh, this week we have a new tutorial showing how to put a bug bounty for a smart contract project using Open Zeppelin. We started with a first tutorial showing how to create a bug bounty for a smart contract project, but we focus on a very simple project just to start the process to make people have an idea of how easy it was to do, and then we increased the complexity, bringing a project that's more close to the reality. In reality, smart contract projects have external dependencies. So just to show for people that is not a toy project, it's a feature that it really intends to be used on real projects. BugBuster with this new feature that supports bug bounties for smart contract project is on testnet, so it is much more easier to give a try. So people that tried the first tutorial on devnet environment had to deal with cloning GitHub repository, installing Cartesi CLI, and this time having the feature on testnet, it's much more easier. So I would like to invite everyone to take a look and try it. I heard someone said that Felipe was going to create a bug bounty, so it will be a pleasure to see that and show that for the community sometime. Another good news is that we enabled the discussions feature on our GitHub repository. As you may know, our idea is that BugBuster become a community project, community-driven project. So the idea of enabling the discussions in our GitHub repository is that to create that as an environment for people to discuss the features, to discuss the directions for the future of BugBuster, and we see that as an important step because it's a common practice on other very well-known open source projects like Ubuntu. So we are trying to follow this direction and involve people interested in BugBuster, involve people interested in security to help us to shape this idea that is BugBuster, that brings the value for Cartesi, and that brings the value of something that's that's really useful, that's really has an utility, right? So, and just to finish, this new feature, these tutorials are bringing new members for our Telegram community, development community, which is nice. And we are seeing that an educational aspect of BugBuster is naturally raising. So we are seeing people enter in the Telegram community and asking about security on smart contracts, and we are seeing people get involved on how they can put their smart contract project there and invite people to take a look. And so it's very interesting because this is one aspect that's naturally growing, right? So the idea of a platform that help people learn solid, that help people learn about security on smart contracts, to sharp their techniques, to sharp their skills, and of course having some reward. So excited about things that are happening now on BugBuster.
That's
Guilherme, you
so
would like
cool.
to bring anything else that I may miss?
Yeah, I just like to make a reflection here that, I mean, Cartesi is so powerful and so useful to developers because it enables them to not use Solidity, right? Solidity has so many pitfalls and security vulnerabilities to consider. And now we're coming full circle, right? So with Cartesi, we're able to create like an immune system for Web3 as well. So we feel it's very exciting to give back, to Web3 what Cartesi enables.
Yeah, I love Milton said hacker-driven development. That's so cool. The new an evolution of TDD. What I
Yeah.
love about BugBuster is that we're in an industry of public goods, right? Everything is open source. We develop things for the world. People can play around and tweak as much as they like. And BugBuster is, for me, is a perfect example of that. It's something that you guys are giving the world, and it's so useful. And I love to see the community growing. And I will, Claudia, I'll keep my promise. I already know what I'm going to create. Uh, and I'll even challenge you to hack it. I'm not going to challenge Guilherme because I know Guilherme is going to be able to hack it. But I'll challenge everyone else, everyone that is not
Okay.
a Solidity expert.
Okay. Accepted.
All right,
Accepted.
congratulations, guys. So excited
Thank
for the
you.
future of BugBuster.
Bye bye,
Bye.
guys.
Bye
Bye bye.
bye.
Guys, follow BugBusters. They have a Next account. They have a Telegram community. Join in if you're looking to learn Solidity. It's a great place. A lot of smart people around. If you know Solidity a lot, maybe join it. Join the community to teach people, or actually create your foolproof smart contract and see if it's actually fault proof. And let's do it. All right, moving up to drawing canvas. Dimitar, our master of drawing. How are you doing?
Hello, Felipe. I'm good. How are you?
Doing great.
Nice to see you. So let me say the great news. We're preparing a testnet release for our latest version of the drawing canvas, which will be available in the coming days, probably later this week. And with this new version, we have lots of performance, UX improvements, and also a couple of new features that will be excited for the users. And once the new version is deployed on testnet, we're planning to start actively testing the latest version. And if everything goes well, we can have a campaign running on testnet, which will be actually our first campaign, very first campaign for the drawing canvas. And yeah, if everything is okay with this campaign, we have even bigger plans for mainnet release, which will be coming in the next weeks or months, not sure. But if everything is going well, I promise a lot of new cool stuff will be available for the drawing canvas. And yeah, together with you guys, we can make it happen.
Nice. I can't wait to see the art pieces created. Last demo, we found out that so many Cartesians, they have a hidden artistic skill that they never showed. I was not one of those, but I had a lot of fun regardless.
Absolutely.
So cool to hear, Dimitar. Can you draw, by the way? Are you good at drawing, or are you just?
I'm better in programming, but yeah, that's my secret hobby, drawing with my drawing canvas.
Nice. All right, good to see you again, Dimitar, and
Thank
thanks for
you.
the good news. Oh yeah, João Garcia is saying that the best drawing was the one of sushi pizza. I agree with him. The best flavor of pizza is sushi. Correct. All right, moving on to the next example, the next project. Before the Italians come to rate the chat, Locali Network. Hello. It's gonna be a difficult name to pronounce, so I'll go with Kevin. Hello, Kevin. How are you doing?
Hello. Doing good. I think you might be muted.
Community can call me Trez. Nice to speak to you all again.
Hello, Tris. Nice to meet you.
So as a bit of a refresher on what we're working with over at Local, as a part of a series of localized data networks that we're creating, we partnered with the Cartesi ecosystem to come up with a lending protocol as a part of our economic development initiatives that offer dynamically adjusting smart contract loans and real-time data transparency for low-risk government-guaranteed loans to small business owners. A part of that includes low-risk deal flow to DeFi RWA investors. And so a bit of what we've been working on over the past couple of months, we've completely redesigned the architecture and UI of our tool from the ground up based on community feedback. Part of that looked like shifting to the Cartesi machine for in-house proofs generation away from Reclaim Protocol, which were our third-party providers before. We also included some privacy and enhancing features for security on our SQLite database. Begun some dashboard development for that loan health risk assessment and that data transparency. And but the biggest update that we've made to the protocol to the protocol itself is evolving from a standalone RWA protocol to an extension product, which would allow us to offer these features to other RWA platforms across EVM compatible chains. And we sort of think that would significantly improve the legitimacy of DeFi and real world asset borrowing and lending protocols as adequate sources of funding for real world infrastructure projects, real world economic development. And so that's sort of what we've been working on. We've been grateful to work with the Cartesi ecosystem to pull it off.
Nice, it's great to work with you guys. I love the logo, by the way. The animation is super smooth.
Lovely. Thank you so much.
Yeah, RWAs are real world assets are a segment that is always gaining a lot of traction, right? People get really excited about it. Even the BlackRock guy, Larry Fink, if I'm not mistaken, is saying that it's one of the most interesting verticals of the blockchain. Super cool.
Yeah, right. I think in this point in time, we're sort of at risk of that entire sector of the small guy getting in on these sort of RWA deal flows to be sort of intercepted by the larger players in the space. And so we're at a sort of pivotal point where tools like this, we believe, are necessary to sort of legitimize Web3 as that source of funding, where a lot of small business owners don't know that it exists as an option, but they are primarily the main benefactors if they have the tools to access it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I love that you're tackling the privacy aspect as well, because that's also an underrated aspect of the entire field, right? Not only like DeFi in general. I mean, not only RWA, but also DeFi in general, and many other use cases. So that's cool, and that's also an underrated feature of Cartesi, I think.
For sure.
The like encryption libraries and the ability to use previously built encryption solutions and multi-party computation and so on.
Yeah. Absolutely. Somewhere down our roadmap, we do have plans to implement more privacy features just to keep that those data privacy standards up to par with coming regulation in the space. And so very, very grateful for the tools that we have available at our disposal for that.
Cool. Awesome. Sure. Anything else that you'd like to share? Or?
I'd say check out our website. Give us a follow on Twitter. Keep up with the project. We have some exciting things coming.
Awesome. All right. Thanks for showing up, guys. See you next time.
Very nice to speak with you.
Bye bye. Cool. RWA, huh? It's a hell of a vertical. All right, let's move on to the CGP. Helen, what's up?
Hello, how are you doing?
Hello, Helen. Doing good. How about you?
I'm doing good. I'm here to also provide quick updates on the Cartesi Grants Program. We recently made an announcement having adopted 4 RFPs that were proposed on the governance forum. So this is a call for the community to come in and contribute. So if you're a developer and you're looking to contribute to the Cartesi ecosystem and receive a grant, we believe that these RFPs are a great opportunity for you to do that. So take a look at that if you are interested in building. And another update that I wanted to share, which is something that we introduced in Wave 2 of the grants program, was the DevDrop Incentive Program, where essentially if you are a community member who is maybe non-technical and you have friends who are developers, or you have a network of friends who you think might be a good fit for any of those RFPs. So this would also be a great opportunity for you to refer those developers to apply for a grant. And if their proposal is approved, you get to receive a reward of $500 in CTSI. So essentially what we are doing is, what the update is that we are making a call to the community to contribute to the Cartesi ecosystem in a meaningful way. So if you're a developer, you can apply for a grant in response to the RFPs, or if you're a non-developer and you have a network of developers who are interested in building in the ecosystem, you can also refer them and earn a reward at the same time.
Cool. And where can they find you, Helen?
Yeah, so we host the grants program on Canvas. The details for that we shared recently on CGP Updates on the Cartesi Discord. So that would be the best place for you to find all the RFPs that were adopted. And from there, you can also get the proposal templates that you'll use to submit proposals. And also, if you have any questions around the RFPs themselves, you can also use the Discord channel as well for any questions, or you can also reach out to us on the governance forum as well, and we are happy to help or provide any feedback. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, the Cartesi Grants Program is a very important way for the community to make their voices heard. So I like to invite everyone to go there, check it out, comment on stuff, make your wishes known. Of course, we have the Discord. We're always down to chat on the Discord, but the Cartesi Grants program is a place where the wishes are more permanent in a sense, right? Because you can start a forum, a thread, and debate there. So
yeah, and
please check it out.
Yeah, and it goes back to just what BugBuster is doing, which is public goods, and the Cartesi Grants Program is also supporting public goods and open source software. So if you have an idea or you want to contribute to the open source software ecosystem, this is a great opportunity for you to do that while also growing the Cartesi ecosystem.
Awesome. All right.
Yeah,
Thank you, Helen. See you next time. All right. Let's move on now to the ecosystem updates. Support and Spark. That's what the subtitle says. And we'll start with developer advocacy. That's some nice graphics there, João. Simple-minded. Nice shirt.
Thank you. Sorry for the jump scare earlier in the start of the call.
I thought you were coming to chat with me, and I felt so lonely after you left.
Yeah, sorry. But I didn't remove myself. I just put myself there by accident.
You got censored.
Graphics are not credit to me. I just stole them from our dev folio.
Oh, nice.
Right. So yeah, because we now have a dev folio, because I really wanted to talk about this. Cartesi Experiment Week is coming soon, and we've been cooking. We've been constructing everything that you need to take part on it and get to learn it, right? So we created a whole journey on our experimental docs together now with the ones from our old experimentations that is there, the Cartesi Coprocessor tutorial, and the tooling that we created around it. CLI, a full CLI, and a Nonodo equivalent, which with a lot of creativity we called Nonodo X. So and yeah, we're very excited for that. We are looking forward for what people are going to build. And meanwhile, we also had some interesting episodes in the podcast. Be sure to check that out. I really would like to highlight the one that I think was the best so far, which was the episode with Rives. Carlo and Max came on and talked about the solution and how it was made. And it's just awesome to get to pick a little bit of their brain about that.
Nice. Rives was full of engineering problems, right?
Yeah.
They did something quite impressive.
No,
but man, that has been working so hard the past month for the experiment week, right? I think it's gonna be like a huge catharsis when it's finally done and people start hacking.
Yeah, I really hope everything goes well. I'm very confident that everything will run fine because we're having some rounds of QA right now, and I don't know.
Are you gonna hack something yourself?
Yes, I will. I'm not the one that came up with the idea. I liked so much the idea that I just invaded the group, so I'm hacking with Pedro. But I'm not gonna spoil what we're gonna do. I will be probably spoiling what we're gonna do in a later call this week that I'm gonna have with Nader, a later live. So be sure to tune in that and check it.
Oh yeah, you're gonna plug. Do you know when it's happening? You're gonna plug that in here.
Yeah, it's on Wednesday. Wednesday, exactly. The exact time, well, of course, it depends on your time zone, but UTC, it's 4 p.m.
So that's a call of Nader from Eigenlayer, right? On Twitter Spaces or X Spaces?
Exactly.
Awesome.
I think it's Twitter Spaces. Yes, exactly.
Cool.
Not Spaces. We're going to stream just in the StreamYard like this one. But it's going to be live on Twitter and every platform that you prefer to watch. So be sure to go there, like, subscribe, check, do the whole things. By the way, like this as well.
That's good. We'll have some YouTube generation here, right? Like the like button is down here, the subscribe is up there.
Yeah, exactly.
Something like that. All right. Anything else, man?
No, I just want to say that this week is very important for us to experiment the tool and to have some ideas. And I think it's really important. I always like to say this sentence. It's something looking at some good use cases, understanding what you're capable with to do with the tech, it really lights that spark on the back of developers' head, on the back of their minds, so they can start creating and building on top of it. And yeah, I won't spoil too much about the tech. I think Carsten is better suited to do that. But go to docs.mugen.builders and try it yourself. It's really fun. It's really fun.
Yeah, for those that want an early start for the experiment week, or start tinkering with stuff, the docs are already up. Everything's already up, so you can start playing already, right?
Yeah, exactly. We can even link them here. So for anyone who wants to try, just go to the link that we can add later here. I'll add on YouTube, so it's easier also for people to just reshare.
Awesome. And the Discord channels are already up, so there's already support happening there if you have questions, concerns, and so on. It's all shaping up to be a great third edition, huh?
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you, João. See you around.
Thank you, and be sure to put my team in the first place.
I take bribes.
All right.
All right. You know, now I cannot make you first, right? After this joke.
Oh no.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's gonna look sketchy.
Sorry, Pedro. Don't kill me.
All right. See you, man.
See ya.
Bye-bye. Cool. Next up, ecosystem growth. You can see that a lot of units are gearing towards the experiment week. A lot of work being done to make sure it's a nice event. Hello, Bruno. How are you?
Hey, Felipe. Morning. Indeed,
Morning.
man, a lot of work in the backstage. Although we of course we are super transparent with all the efforts that we do in Discord, and I think it's one of the greatest feature of Cartesi project, the decentralization and transparency. People do a lot of work also, you know, in the background to move things ahead. So I would highlight the whole preparation and huge kudos for not only for the technical team that is preparing this new product of Cartesi, which is the Coprocessor, which is super nice. The core development team, the dev ed, also the technical group from Ecosystem Growth, fully involved on that product and experimentation week, but also a massive kudos to the marketing team that is working around the clock with me on this new product to bring a better communication and better understanding and ensure that builders, projects, and verticals understand the value proposition of this new product and what are the advantages of that. We're going to explore that a lot in Denver as well. So a lot of things that we're preparing to Denver, which is in a corner, like in 3 weeks, we're going to be there. A small group of Cartesian, but with a substantial capacity to make that trip, let's say, very fruitful for the project. So we're preparing a lot of things for around the coprocessor, right? An experiment week will be super important because since it's a new product, everyone is excited to explore its limitations, its capabilities. What are the verticals that are most suitable? Of course, we are having guesses, but when you just start trying, you start getting into the potential of the tool and you start getting a better view, right? So the experimentation week will be extremely important for us, not only polish the product, but also have a clear idea on how better and how much work we need to do to make it even easier for the general user, for the general developer, right? We are always with that UX in the mind, and it's something that we see more and more often projects talking about, right? Infrastructure, they need UX, they need easy usability, not only for the end user but also for developers, right? So we have our team super attentive to that, and why that is important, right? Giving that whole perspective coprocessor to general audience, to builders, to entrepreneurs, to verticals, it will allow them to better understand if that tool is a good match for their needs and try Cartesi, right? João with the dev ed is working super hard to, once those guys start coming and testing the tool, the journey of those developers and builders inside Cartesi, it's smooth and has a pretty clear path. and easy on board, right? And it's like a Lego pieces, right? And then you have Helen in the CGP ensuring that those grantees, they will have a smooth verification, an expedite verification of their grants to build and use the Cartesi on the solutions, and the whole Cartesi project backing them up and helping them to make the space better, right? So we are excited to see what's unfolding. Super happy with the directions that we are taking, and excited to be in Denver once again with part of the team. We're gonna be there with Zach, and they in his super hacker house. I'll be with Karsten as well, attending some events, talking with a lot of coprocessor builders, and of course bringing the news to the whole Cartesi ecosystem. So yeah, I'm couldn't be more excited with the outcome events and the progress that we are doing.
Nice. And where can people follow you to keep track of what you're doing in Denver? Maybe meet you up on some events. And
absolutely, we have my Twitter is where I communicate the most. Is at @bmaya_expect is the best way to keep following what we are doing. There, I'm always getting Cartesi project into the tweets that I'm getting. So if you guys search for Cartesi, you're gonna find me easily on the X space. Well, I'm looking forward to also to meet Cartesians in Denver. We're gonna host an event there, so we'd love to receive some Cartesians down there also in our hacker house, our Cartesian builders. We will have a Cartesi day there. I think it's 27, if I'm correct. So we're gonna, of course, communicate all those from now very often in our medias, and looking forward to interact and see as much as Cartesians builders as possible over there.
Awesome. We've been talking a lot about the experiment week, and one thing that I'm super excited about is the relationship with EigenLayer, because they're gonna come not only in the kickoff call, they're gonna have some co-presentations. Shrum himself is gonna present EigenLayer to the Cartesians and to our community, but they're also gonna be judges. I think they have 2 judges lined up to check the experiment week submissions, and they also added to the prize pool. So this one is a joint effort. It's gonna be nice to see them get some exposure to the cool things that we always build on the experiment weeks. So it's all shaping up to be a super cool week for Cartesi. Excited about it.
And it's the first time I think Cartesi has a coprocessor on top of them with the capabilities that our VM offers, right? It's a full force 64 bits VM, Linux VM, that can not only run different, I would say, syntaxes as programming languages, but you use all the Linux OS benefits to all your computation, right? You can use different libraries, get very expressive logic, and it's exactly what the coprocessor is about, right? It's to bring an extra hand to applications that need some more sophisticated, I would say, plugins. And they can't do that because they are limited in some capacities, or by the constraint of the base layer in terms of computation, or by the lack of expressiveness on the language. So kicking in a coprocessor using Linux that can bring a very rich logic that can easily complement those applications. So I'm super excited with that, and the EigenLayer team also seems to be pretty much excited and curious about what we can do, right? I think there's this full vibe of exploratory vibe, not only in Cartesi and EigenLayer, but also on the builders that will participate on the week, and the judges that are, I think, very curious on what people will bring in.
Yeah, let's show them what we can do. Huh? Exactly. All right, Bruno. Thank you so much, man.
Thanks, guys.
See you around.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Now we have the professor. Hello, Guto.
Hey, Felipe.
How are you doing?
Good, and you?
Doing great.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, thank you for having me here again.
It's always a pleasure. I think our community is one of their favorite monthly presentation is yours. They always get so excited.
You are so cute. Okay, so let me try to update. But before that, let me congratulate all the community about the experimental week here from the university. All the institutions, the students, they are excited about that. We are planning to have at least 5 teams trying to submit something. They are excited about learning this coprocessor technology, the relation with the eigenlayer, and things like that. So congrats and excited about this also. Okay.
Awesome.
So today I'm gonna show you a little bit about this project that we have here. We have already the POC of a bike project. We do have a partnership with a startup of electric bikes. So we have here a small demo that shows all the potentials and the possibility of using these also as a solution for the Niterói municipality. Here in the city, you have several bikes. They are not electrical, but we do have this project with electrical bikes, with a very small set of electrical bikes in the university. So if you see the app on the left, on the right, you're going to see all the interactions with the blockchain, but on the left, we can see one small demo of the user searching for a bike. So we have these 4 bike spots here, where the reds are the available bikes, the green are the not available bikes. If you select one, you can just unlock the bike and can start the ride with the bike. And there is a here, as an electro bike, you can see if you are using the pedal or using the electrical power. If you are using the electrical power, we are gonna pay for that. If you are using the pedal, we are gonna get or accumulate some tokens of CO2 that we can be retrieved again to use the bike. So this is one of the things that's interesting of the project. Once you return the bike, we have the distance and how much of CO2 you have saved, and return these as a token for your wallet, and you can reuse that to rent a new bike. And another thing that's interesting in these projects that there is a very high difference on the demands of depend of the hotspots, depend of the time. So we are creating some kind of incentive for the users to move the bike depending on the time from one point to another one. And this can become a kind of token to use as a bike ride later on. So depending on the time, you're gonna see that there is a demand of moving the bike, or there is some incentive of returning the bike to a different hotspot that's not far. So some of those spots are not far. So if you do not return here, but you bike like 200 meters more, because there is some more higher demand there, we can have more tokens as payback for you using these. So probably
that's
you're gonna.
That's such a great idea. I have nearby my house. I have 2 bike stations. One of them never has any bikes, totally empty, and the other one you can never park a bike because you can not find a place in it. So it's totally unbalanced, right? So it's
and one last thing that we are gonna, great. Yeah, this is something that happens. We can see these cars that move bike from one spot to another one at night. I don't know if you have seen that, right? But here in Niterói, you can see these cars that pick up the bike, put in the car or in a van or in a truck and move to somewhere else. So what we are planning to introduce as a feature here is offer people to make this movement, biking, biking that from one place to another. And another thing that we're gonna planning to introduce here is the possibility of you charging in your house the bike. And this is something that's interesting because I don't know if you know, but the price that a company pay for electricity is different from what I pay for electricity in my house, right? So they have different prices, and I can somehow make some money if I charge here, or if there is no available spot to charge the bike, but there is some spots just to lock the bike because they are different price. It's much more expensive to construct these spots that charge the bike. So this is a feature that we want to implement in the app soon. Yeah, so this is a real case use of Cartesi at the industry. We have this partnership with a startup that's it's placed in our university, but we have plans of presenting this as a solution for Niterói municipality because of this relationship that we have with the administration.
That's so cool. You know what it reminded me of? A long time ago, I saw this project, a blockchain project. It was not on Cartesi, but they were trying to partner up with health insurance to pay people to exercise, right? Because the idea is that if you have if you're insured by a health insurance company and you exercise, you're actually making their lives much easier because you're less likely to get sick. I guess if it's a safe exercise at least. So they were using these Fitbit models for you. Like if you go on a run, they would give you a discount on your health insurance cost at the end of the year. So maybe that's another partnership to add up to the calorie count on the bikes.
Yeah, this is definitely something that's interesting, right? If I have an insurance, a company, health insurance company, I could pay the ride for my customers, right? Because it prevent them to get any kind of disease. Yeah, very interesting.
That's so cool, man. And what's the name of the project?
Okay.
How can people follow it and keep up with the project?
Yeah, this is something that we really need to do. Have a web page with this project. We do not have yet, but for sure we're gonna do that soon. This is something that we have to do. Sometimes we come up here or we post some kind of news in the university or in some kind of other vehicle. Sometimes they come up with a post with the Cartesi, but we do not have something that's regular. I do need to.
Yeah, let us know when you do it so we can amplify it on our side.
Sure. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Goto. See you around.
Bye. See you.
Bye. And huge kudos to the students and the university for these cool projects. So it's super nice. All right. So now for core tech updates, all the nerdy stuff as always, and we'll have Milton, our tech coordination leader.
Hello.
The wizard that organizes everything. How are you doing? I'm sorry, Milton. I'm alone here. I'm trying to come up with entertaining thoughts.
I'm more of the mediator of the wizards, I'd say.
So what's up?
Yeah. So we've got some things brewing or humming. The machine is humming. In particular, the Cartesi machine itself. There's an upcoming release this week, I guess, with lots of new interesting features. So one of them is that it will be way easier to run the Cartesi machine natively. So up till now, people usually do some Docker execution or something. There are some builds, but limited. There are some side projects that had native builds for it, but now they're officially coming as package distribution. So you could apt install or brew install or whatever install. There are packages coming for Ubuntu, Debian, Homebrew, and Mac ports. So at first, but all operating systems will be supported eventually. So this is the idea that people can just run the Cartesi machine natively, easily. It's not anything out of the ordinary. And on top of that, the machine is getting faster, actually 2 times faster. The latest optimizations by the real wizard, Eduardo Bartel, which is the grand wizard, not me.
Sorry to interrupt. Are you telling me that the best execution environment of the blockchain industry
2 times faster?
Just got 2 times. Okay, that's quite incredible and easier to run. I was expecting the other way around. That's so cool.
And if anyone has been following the real deep details of the fraud-proof algorithms, they know that a part of fraud proofs that we are brewing here in Cartesi involves ZK, actually, to ZK-proof a range of computation cycles instead of like it's impossible to ZK-proof billions of instructions to run Doom and all that. But you can ZK-proof ranges of computations, and this will be get better and better as ZK tech improves. But the thing is, if we do that, we can massively alleviate issues with delay attacks, which is one big issue of fraud proofs, that people can just spend more and more and more and keep delaying the resolution with the interactive game. If you have a ZK step there, you really limit that. So this has been discussed in the articles and panels about fraud proofs lately, in which Cartesi has been in the forefront of that discussion. And the new Cartesi machine is coming already with some ZK primitives that allow that. So it's a step towards making those resilient fraud-proof systems available. So we're really happy about that. It's a huge step. Still lots to do, but huge step forward. So other than that, we are. I'll just change the order here a bit. We gave support for vouchers in Nonodo, which is a tool that lots of people use and love, but they had this limitation that you cannot execute vouchers. You could emit them normally, etc., but you couldn't get the proofs of the vouchers to execute them. So in your development environment, Nonodo is a tool for development, right? It runs locally, allows you to run things without all the apparatus of a local Envil instance and the smart contracts and building stuff for. But the local Envil is there, but all the real stuff running the real node and having to build your application into the Cartesi machine binary. So it helps interactive development, but it lacks that feature that was just been added, so it's available. We also wrapped up a stable version of Node v2 with Espresso support. So this has been brewing for a while as well, and now we wrapped up a stable version that's going to testnet, and it's going to be used by Drawing Canvas that presented earlier in their testnet campaign and everything. So very happy about that. We now have like proper documentation in place, and things are pretty much stabilized there.
You know that today or yesterday, I think Ben from Espresso gave us a shout out on Twitter because they were debating how hard it is for these integrations to actually come to life, right? Because well, you have two projects that they make sense to be connected, but one project A doesn't actually know how project B works in detail, and project B doesn't know how project A works in details, and this is a complicated challenge to overcome. And he gave us a shout out because we were we did it by ourselves, of course, with their help, and they were very solicited at answering questions and pointing out us to their documentation. But we took the challenge ourselves, and we're seeing the fruits of that. So that's super exciting and super nice, right?
Yeah, and it's very interesting because for the first integration that you would do with some external project, you will usually do it yourself, right? To improve your own project, to do better tech there, and then have like all the instructions like more laid out for other people to come. We kind of jump started that, so Espresso is working on their integration with other projects, but we wanted to jump start that for two reasons. First, because we really believe that the two technologies have a lot to do with together, and also because we also want other projects to integrate with us, but we need to build the first steps. So it was like, okay, let's help them out, how they integrate with other projects, and also let's help us out and how other projects can integrate with us. So I think it's a win-win for everybody, and we're happy that they're happy with us as well.
Yeah, it's nice to see it coming together.
Yeah, and as I always said, like as I said a number of times, I think they make perfect sense, right? Together, like Espresso gives us this ability of having a decentralized sequencing layer, which is actually market-based, and everybody can participate in the sequencing part, and it's very resilient. And thus, application in Cartesi can be a layer 2 application, and not layer 3, having a decentralized sequencer, very robust, and also opening up the gates for composability between cross-messaging between applications. which is a very important goal of the Espresso side. And meanwhile, we have the best execution environment, right? And so you have like the now powerful decentralized environment that can power any rollup execution environment from any rollup, and we have what we believe is the best execution environment, so we can pair those up. And the bonus is that Espresso also gives us cheap DA capabilities, so we put all that in the mix, and you have powerful execution engine being fed with a lot of data and being sequenced in a robust manner with low latency, and with the prospect of being able to integrate rollups with each other. Since we are app chains, we really want to concern ourselves with integrations more than like these big rollups that have all the applications inside and don't care so much about the other rollups out there.
Yeah, awesome. So cool. There's a lot going on. Huh? It's a lot.
Yeah, and last but not least, we added support for delegate vouchers this month. That's both in the Cartesi machine with libcmt, which is a component machine and emulator tools that run inside. So now backends can emit delegate vouchers, and on the outside, clients can query GraphQL to fetch those delegate vouchers. So they can query for notices, vouchers, and delegate vouchers. These are in upcoming releases. Cartesi machine is the upcoming release will come with that. And for GraphQL, it's in the V2 plus Espresso stable version that we have. So it's not generally available for V1 at this moment, especially because it uses V2 capabilities of output unification. If you're into the deep tech, you know what that means. But yeah, so it's
delegated
coming.
vouchers. I like delegated vouchers because they increase a lot the expressiveness of vouchers, right? You can do like ordered vouchers, you can do like time locked vouchers, even vouchers that someone else pays for. It's super cool. I think it opens up a lot of possibilities.
All right, that's it from our side this time.
Cool, Milton. Thank you so much. Are you excited for the next month?
Very much. So we have, which I think will be talked more about, the Coprocessor experiment week, which has been bring up. We also been this next month we're expecting to the PRT, the fraud proof front, to come up with an actual application, honeypot application, so that we can like try to attack it and see how well the algorithm behaves in practice. So we're very excited about that.
Awesome. And are you gonna hack at experiment week?
Yeah, sure.
Do you have any ideas yet, or are you?
I'm just playing around for now. I'm brainstorming, playing around. I'd like to hear more of your ideas since you have so many and you won't be able to go into the competition. So I can do that.
Yeah,
for you.
I'll share them over the week in the channel. Let's see. All right, Milton. Thank you so much.
Peace.
See you around. Peace. Next up, we have Carson, the coprocessor. Oh, I think okay. The Carson, the coprocessor wizard. We have a bunch of wizards here today. If you haven't noticed. Hello, Carson. What's up?
Hello. Yeah. so basically, naturally, in the coprocessor team, we are getting ready for the experiment week because. And it takes a lot of effort because we need to really load up on a lot of duct tape, radioactive suits, because we are dogfooding this software and, let's say, making sure that we can repair things when they come up and if there's any issues, so we don't kind of like block builders, anything like that. So we've been doing a lot of testing, stability checking, a lot of good collaboration together with developer advocacy as well. And basically, since it's been mostly around kind of like getting the experience ready, we have a Holoski deployment finally ready as well. We have been doing things about being able to have a coprocessor function, push data outside and then retrieve it, because not everything needs to actually go into a blockchain. We have been playing a little bit about, okay, so what if there existed a magical pipe or function that you could use inside a Cartesi machine that, for example, you could use a large language model with, to kind of like see what could you potentially build with these kind of like AI agent kind of get built. This is something experimental we're doing. One of the kind of like the key feedback that we've been getting during our testing of the experiment week is that let's say getting the machines out to operators has been a little bit of a hassle. So finally, we have now, together with good collaboration with DevAt, made a improved machine upload. So previously, you would need to put in a credit card in order to get some free IPFS storage, and now you don't. You can pay me instead. And we have also kind of like moved away from our original contract templates, and also together with DevAt here making much better ones. So in general, we've just been shaping up, trying to make sure things are stable. We'll still be stabilizing during this week. So if there's anything that kind of like, let's say, breaks once in a while before the experiment week, it's because we're upgrading things, putting things in good order, and we're basically saying with the experiment week, this is our new software, bring it on. Please make it crash. Don't make it crash too hard. And we basically hope to see what you can build with it.
Awesome. Yeah, it's going to be a fun week. You guys have been working quite hard to make this as smooth as possible. I would disagree with the make it crash. I'd say use it, try to not make it crash, and maybe make it crash after the experiment week or before. This is the week to make it crash. During the experiment week, let's be nice. Let's not upload. Let's not upload big files or Rick-rolling videos and things like that.
Yeah, well, it's better it crashes now than it crashes in production. So, you know.
Fair enough. All right. Anything else?
Nothing from my side.
Awesome. So you guys are always quite active at Discord, right? The Coprocessor channel. Any questions there? Just come to our Discord and bring it on. Cool, man. Let's talk to you again and see you around. All right, Milton. I'll write the ideas on Discord. I have to get them right in my head, but I have some cool ones. I mean, not a lot. I don't think I've ever said a lot of ideas, but I have at least 2 or 3 that I think can have some merit. All right, guys. We're guys and girls. We're wrapping up. Please follow us on X, Reddit, Telegram, Discord if you want to get more frequent updates than just the ecosystem recap. And I see you at the next call on March 3rd. It's always a pleasure. See you around, and that's it. Peace. Bye-bye.